Hello and welcome to Mind Your Business. I'm Stephen Meadows. In today's Hidden Gem, I want to talk to you about channels. I'm not talking about television channels, and I'm not talking about psychic channeling. What I'm referring to is what I refer to as channels, which are lines of business that are created through relationships. So I won't say I came up with the concept, but I wrote about this concept in my first book, Meet More, Make More, where I talked about networking. And one of the things that made me very successful in my role as a home warranty representative was because I was building what I called channels of business. So instead of focusing on one person, I was focusing on the business and the referrals that that one person could send to me. So I wasn't trying to close them all the time. I was trying to show value so that they would essentially become a channel of business, whether it would be to refer their customers to my product or whether it would be to refer other agents to me. So many of you have probably seen the movie Glengarry Glen Ross. It's fine. I mean, I'm not endorsing the movie or not endorsing it. It's entertaining. But there is a scene, and I'm sure most of you are familiar with, even if you haven't seen the movie, you're familiar with the scene where he's talking about copies for closers, and he talked about A.B.C, always be closing. I don't necessarily agree with that in this context. So let me explain what I mean. In the world of networking, you meet a ton of people. If you automatically treat every person you meet as a potential sale, it comes across. They can tell you're not genuinely interested in getting to know them. You're not genuinely interested in learning about what they need. You want to figure out what they can do for you and what you can do to close them. Gotta get them closed. In the world of real estate, it's gotta sell them a house or gotta sell their house for them. You know, do you own a house? Do you want to own a house? And you start pumping them for information, and that's all you're focused on. People see right through that. It's a very common problem. I do the same thing, when people start talking to me on social media, and then it's immediately, like within 30 seconds, so have you ever thought about blah, blah, blah? You know what, you just lost me. I knew you weren't interested in me. We want to sell me something. So it's very frustrating from a customer perspective. So it's something that we should be cognizant of as salespeople. So I developed for myself what I call the channel method. So in the channel method, I basically looked at person A. I meet person A. I automatically assume that I may never do business with them. So that's off the table. I don't have to worry about it. So now I can have a relationship with person A. I can talk to them. I can focus on their needs. I can focus on areas where I can bring value to person A, whether or not they ever send me business. I'll give you a perfect example. One night, it was about 8:30 at night, my phone rang, and I'll always answer my phone during business hours in real estate. It's basically, from when I'm awake to when I go to bed. And it was an agent who had a question about a home warranty. She said, I'm writing a contract, and we've got X amount of money for the home warranty, and someone told me I should talk to you. Great. Well, I knew right off the amount of money she told me wasn't going to work. My warranty was much more expensive. And so I was very honest right up front. I said, look, I probably don't have the solution for you, but let me talk to you about other companies and what they offer. And, I went through the list with her on what her client wanted, what kind of coverage she should look for, and then I ended up referring her to one of my competitors, and she was blown away. Couldn't believe that I would do something like that. And I said, look, it doesn't do me any good to trick you into buying my product. If you're just going to turn around and it's not going to be what you want, and it's going to just cause problems, you'll never use me again. But if I can forego the sale and help you create value for your customer and give you the best information that I can give you, then hopefully you'll remember me, and hopefully you'll even tell other people about me. And that's exactly what happened. I was getting calls months later from agents in her office saying, hey, so-and-so said that you were really helpful and suggested I call you. I honestly don't think I ever did business with that agent specifically. I don't recall her ever sending me anything, but I got lots of referrals off of her. So translate that into something like real estate. So you meet Billy Bob, and Billy Bob, he doesn't fit the mold of a typical home buyer. He's probably not, he doesn't have great credit. He even told you that. Let's just pretend. He told you he's got horrible credit, 2 bankruptcies, and all these, just things. Does that mean that Billy Bob is of no value to you? Absolutely not. And as an agent, shame on you if that's the way you look at it. Billy Bob could know people. Maybe Billy Bob has a boss that has real estate. So get to know these people. Find out if there's any way you can be of value. Maybe you can point them in the right direction of a credit repair or whatever. That's a very narrow view, but it might be something as simple as Billy Bob's got a hole in his roof. I know a great roofer. Let me give him a call and see if he can help you out with that. Whatever. You can be a resource. You can build that channel, and maybe someday Billy Bob, even if he never does any business with you personally, maybe he can send you business. He can refer you. Always build channels. Not A.B.C. Always be closing. Always build channels. Those channels of business are going to save you time, save you money, and save you a lot of headache in marketing. You can market to a fraction of the people that you do on a mass marketing scale if you just build solid, meaningful relationships with people without thinking about what's in it for me. So I hope you remember that. Coffee is for closers, and it's for non-closers as well as for channel builders. I'm very confident that you will start building channels, so you may have coffee. I will allow it. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope that you make amazing choices.